Yeah, we've been facing it for the last couple of years. It's kind of something different coming at you every day, kind of thing. And we had to pause a little bit last Wednesday, actually Thursday, when we found out Wednesday night and Thursday morning. So we had to pause for a couple of days and try to get everybody back and what they're dealing with. And everybody tested out and was good. And Sunday night, and we were ready to go on Monday again. So it kind of gave us a little bit longer weekend. We weren't playing, but so weren't a lot of teams around the country. And hopefully that'll be the end of it as far as pausing for our program, and knowing that there's a race to the finish line now. There's 14 games in 7 weeks, weekends here to complete the NCHC schedule.
How much of a relief was it to get those guys back healthy?
Yeah, it was good. Guys kind of didn't start feeling well at different times, but it seems like it all kind of hit within a 48-hour period, and we did have some guys that didn't get affected that we continued to practice with, through the pause, and those guys remain sharp here. So we had 3 really good practices here, and we're kind of status quo right now, and we're ready to go.
Unexpected break and then a series on the road. Kind of how do you get these guys to approach this?
Yeah, just like I said, it's I think it's exciting. The second half of the year is really exciting. It seems like the first, it's been forever since we started in August, and to where we are now, and knowing that there's 7 weeks of NCHC hockey until playoffs, and playoffs are around the corner, and again, we want to keep building on what we've done in the NCHC, and knowing that there's other good teams out there that are playing really good hockey right now, and Western's one of them.
When you haven't played a team since the pod, how do you just make the necessary adjustments?
Yeah, that's a great idea, and we did it today again. You simulate what you can do on a game-like situation of playing a game, and what we did was, we did power play, we did penalty kill, we did 5-on-5 play, simulating like it was a scrimmage, like it was a game. You have to get to some of the things in practice, but when you really think of it, and obviously Western Michigan hasn't played since the end of December either, is you try to simulate what you can do on a game like atmosphere, and that's kind of playing hockey in different scenarios: 5-on-5, power play, and penalty kill.
Cooper was saying 16 players haven't been there, so what are you telling me about playing there?
Well, there's nothing replicates playing a game in there, and that's what we're going to be doing, playing 2 games in there this weekend. But you talk about the past experiences on what it's like, the atmosphere, great college atmosphere, small building, small barn, ice surface, on things come at you quickly. It's a hard physical series, usually between both teams, and know you got to be ready from the drop of the puck. So, it's one of those things that you verbally can communicate and show a little bit of video as well, but at the end of the day, it's when you step on the ice, you got to be ready and focused.
Western's a strong team, the face-off dot. Have you guys been emphasizing face-off battles during practice this week?
100%. Paul Washy is probably their best guy, and they've got 4 or 5 guys that can take draws and do a really good job, and we feel we can as well. And I think it's one of those things that it's not only incumbent on centermen, but the wingers that are diving in to help. When you got hard, heavy teams that are battling for pucks on a face-off, it usually comes down to those 50-50 battles, and you got to have that mentality with your wingers to jump in and help out. So yes, absolutely, it's a prime area of focus for sure.
Well, I know how this can take energy out of you.
Uh-oh.
How about the guys who were sick coming back off this? How do you sense their energy levels are? Is that something that you can work their way into?
Yeah, you know what? That's a really good question, because I think, as well as what you're going through, everybody is different on I guess what affected them, and then how fast that they can recover. And there's some different guys, there's a couple guys that are, their lungs are burning a little bit, and you got to take it a little bit easier on those guys to reacclimate to the situation here. There's some guys that weren't affected at all with no symptoms that are hitting the ground running. So I think you got to be very sensitive on who got hit and how hard it hit them, and where you're at with them. But to the most part, everybody is on the ice and doing all the drills that we've expected them to do.
Are there plans set in place for bringing the guys back from when they have bringing a player back from COVID? Is there a set guideline you guys had going on?
100%. Yeah. Whether you got COVID or whether you're a close contact, you have to test out of it before you even enter the building in here, and then from there, there's other stringent protocols that are in place with masking and different things like that, around a team that you have to make sure you adhere to. So yeah, absolutely. And Mark Pullman has done an outstanding job of just monitoring it and making sure that everything goes through the right protocol and process.
How do you guys get a guy like Judd going points-wise? I know he's a guy that can really add a lot to your group.
Yep, and that's a great question too. By the way, he had a really good week of practice. You know, we switched the lines around a little bit. I think simplifying his game, just kind of getting back to, you know, early in the year, what gave him success. And I think it was just kind of a North brand of hockey and being simple. And, you know, Judd's an outstanding young man. He's a team first guy. He's a great teammate, and sometimes to a point where, you know, he'll probably want to see his teammate do well before him. Meaning that when he has the puck, I think he's got to shoot the puck a little bit more. I think he's got a guy that, you know, when he's such a big body that can possess a puck. I think whether it's in a grade A scoring area or it's off in a corner, just whipping a puck to the net and then just getting to the net and getting a stick on a puck. And I think it's just simplifying his game. And I think once that happens, it'll come.
Do you guys know anything more on Gavin Hayne, if he has a chance to get back, or is...
Not in the short term. That's all I can give you right now. We're hopeful. We are hopeful that he will be in our lineup before you know, the playoffs come. But I guess right now, all I can tell you is he's probably short term, and hopeful long term to be back in.
And that means juggling that line a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, trying to you know, replicate what they did with another player, but you know, and for me too, it's about that line, but it's about the other lines too, of trying to get some chemistry and some continuity with the line, with these lines that not only can try to score goals but are defend very well. I think what you're going to see now in the NCHC is defending is going to be at a premium, and making sure that the teams that defend very well are the teams that are going to do well in a 60-minute game.
Gavin's always been a good leader for this team. How have you seen his leadership qualities come to the forefront while not being on the ice?
Yeah, it's funny how players transform from their first year to their fourth year, and he's no different. He was kind of a humble, hardworking kid that didn't say a whole lot coming in, and now, like, he's very vocal. You know, when he was playing in the lineup, you know, when things were going great, you know, keeping the pedal on the metal and keeping the foot on the gas and going. But, you know, when there was a little bit of adversity, he was one of the first guys to step up to say the right things and try to get his teammates, you know, playing on the same page, kind of thing, what a coach would say. And, you know, him being out of the lineup right now, he hasn't changed. You know, he kind of knocks on our door every couple of days and checks in on us coaches here and kind of gives us some information as far as, you know, what he should be doing. You know, what more could he do, you know, and, you know, it's got to be tough on him. He's been a big part of our group here, and he's not in our lineup, but he's always asking if he can do more, and that's a big thing. So we're going to lean on him a little bit here to keep his leadership and also maybe help us a little bit analytically through our group until he gets back in the lineup. Good? Thanks, guys.